Ini adalah kapal perang nuklir submerin Amerika Serikat. Pada kesempatan ini, Martha Raddatz, reporter senior Amerika Serikat, berkesempatan mewawancarai dan meliput aktivitas di dalam kapal perang nuklir submerin ini. Titik penjemputan Martha Raddatz dan kru dirahasiakan. Seperti apa? Ikuti bersama. Itu adalah pemandangan yang menakjubkan bahwa tidak banyak orang yang dapat melihat kapal selam rudal balistik bersenjata nuklir sepanjang 550 kaki yang muncul sebentar di atas Samudra Pasifik dengan 20 rudal nuklir strategis di atas kapal selam ini. Ini adalah kapal perang Amerika bersenjata yang paling kuat di dunia saat ini. Ada sebanyak 150 kru yang mengikuti misi rahasia ini. Wakil Laksamana Bill Custon adalah komandan pasukan kapal selam Amerika.
When you hear Vladimir Putin and Lavrov and others talk about the possibility of using nuclear weapons, what does that do when you're on a submarine like this?
It's very dangerous, it's really irresponsible, and from a naval officer standpoint, it's very unprofessional. It gives more meaning to this mission, but we view our mission as a peace mission. It's purely defensive.
From the unnerving yet necessary launch simulations to remaining constantly vigilant while on board, it is a mission this tight-knit crew does not take lightly.
What are we on, day 48, 49, something like that? Yeah, you lose count, but it's okay. Yeah, no, I really like it though.
Women have only been allowed to serve on submarines since 2010. 22-year-old EMN-3 Carla Galindo Gonzalez from Colorado is one of them. Explain why you really like being undersea for that long.
So it really takes you away from everything outside. It's easier to keep everything else that's really distracting you from moving forward.
ETVC Chief Wendy Schuett from Nebraska joined the Navy to serve her country and see the world. After spending years working on airplanes, now at sea. Amazingly, there are people who still don't know that women are on submarines. Right. Is that challenging?
It is, but we're simple. I think they try to walk on eggshells around it. They just don't know how to react to us. But they're here to work their butt off, and couldn't be prouder of the females we have on board right now.
It's pretty much a community on
it
this
is.
boat, too.
It's a bunch of brothers.
Brothers and sisters
yes,
now.
Finally.
The patrols are constant. Those 20 nuclear missiles capable of striking a target from 4,000 miles away.
Weapons con, standing by for fire order.
Training exercises are a regular part of everyday life on this ship, including simulating a launch. And now we're headed for the Missile Control Center. That's where the missiles would actually be launched from. It is just down from the control center. There we saw two junior officers arrive and open a safe which would contain the key to unfathomable firepower for a simulated exercise. Lieutenant junior grade Aaron Chandler was a French and economics major at Tulane University.
Directs a simulated launch of 6 missiles.
She is now the assistant operations officer on the submarine.
Lock the key in the safe.
Lock the key in the safe, aye, sir.
When you hold that key, even though you're simulating it, do you think how serious a job that is and what could happen?
It is pretty crazy, but the gravity of the situation is not ever lost. It is really sobering to think about the implications of what that key actually does. But I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we train.
But even what passes for a normal day on this submarine is far from it. This is the berthing area where all of the sailors sleep 9 to a bunk crew. But in between, these are the tubes where the ballistic missiles are stored. That very small shared sleeping space affords almost zero privacy. But privacy is hard to find on this submarine. Enlisted sailors eat their meals in this crew's mess. And in the galley, CSS-3 James Curtis shows us how to pack breakfast, lunch, and dinner for months at sea.
There's a lot of food.
And how do you keep all that food fresh?
The oldest products get used first, and so we could maintain the freshness of the food. If we get fresh, we usually burn through that pretty fast.
There are no phones, no televisions, only occasional use of email.
We're catching up on several months worth of information that we missed. Going home talking to our families. They know everything that's happened while we're gone.
The ship's captain, Commander Darren Gerhardt, says while life on board can be difficult, there are silver linings that keep morale high. Today, a game of cards, cribbage.
It's tradition.
But almost everyone on this submarine volunteered for this kind of work. With tensions across the world so high, Admiral Houston tells us this submarine's mission is as crucial as ever. Do you feel like we're in another Cold War?
I would say it's a Cold War, but it's a Cold War that we haven't really experienced. In the Cold War, it was the United States and the Soviet Union, and now it's China, Russia, and the United States, with China and Russia being near peer adversaries.
And how does that change your job?
Makes it more challenging, but I can tell you the Navy and the submarine force and this crew is ready for that challenge every single day, 365, 24/7.
A challenge that will continue unabated.
Martha Raddatz joins me now. Martha, just remarkable access to that sub, something many Americans never get to see. We should note, though, that missions like this are so classified, there were actually some ground rules for you when you were there.
Absolutely. First of all, no one on the crew would tell us exactly where we were. In fact, many of the crew members don't know exactly where they are, only the people who have to know. But we also had our video checked by the Navy when we left the submarine. They just wanted to check to make sure none of those images revealed anything classified, Phil.
All right, Martha, thank you so much. And you can see more of Martha's rare access inside the sub and exclusive reporting on America's nuclear defense this Sunday on This Week.